Peace and love, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please like and subscribe. And I'm your host this evening, Queen Tamara of Astro Healing Arts Wellness Center. And I just want to say welcome to everyone. I hope everyone is surrounded by peace and love and prosperity at this time. And this is a very special, very auspicious week. And we had the spring equinox. Also, it was a new year for a lot of cultures, in particular the Taino culture, on Monday, which was the 20th. And then we have a new moon this week as well. So happy Taino New Year, happy spring equinox, and happy new moon. All of that's going on right now. And we also have another special holy day, and Ramadan is beginning, I believe, tonight at sundown. Today at sundown. So Ramadan Mubarak, happy Ramadan to everyone, and we're just looking forward to the changes and all the good blessings that come along with these new auspicious occasions, and just looking forward to change on the horizon, new beginnings and rebirth that spring brings us. And I'm praying for things like world peace and prosperity and just healing energy for everyone. It's been a challenging time for a lot of people out there. And so, if you're listening, please use the energy of the new beginning and this new cycle to facilitate a change for the better in your life, inviting more peace and more prosperity, more joy, more happiness, more good health, more abundance into your lives. So, with that said, everyone, I hope we are all, like I said, surrounded by love and peace. And tonight's topic is about fasting and the benefits of fasting. This time of year is a special time for a lot of people, particularly in the spiritual community. Not only, like I said, this is Ramadan is beginning, which is a sacred month of fasting, but also some people I know are fasting for Lent. And also some people like to fast or go on cleanses when there's a change in season, particularly with the springtime approaching that has approached us. So tonight we're going to be talking about fasting. And fasting is the abstaining from food and also from water. Different people practice different types of fast. And like I said, there's some that do it for spiritual reasons, some do it for physical reasons, and some people do it for health reasons. So the physical benefits of fasting, when you abstain from food, you're actually giving your digestive system a break and your body system as well. We know that our entire body is all of our systems work together synergistically and in harmony with one another. So a lot of blood flow and a lot of our energy and vitality goes into our digestive system and the process of digesting and processing the foods and that we consume. Um, we may not know it, but when we're eating, it's a lot going on inside of our bodies from the moment you start putting the food into your mouth, and you chew and you're breaking down. There's so many enzymes being secreted, hormones to help with the digestion process. A lot of things are going on inside the stomach and the intestines, and with the pancreas, the spleen, gallbladder, all these organs are working together. The liver, the kidneys, and a lot of energy and a lot of our digestive fire and a lot of blood flow goes to the digestive system, which is why it's so critical that we are mindful of eating and what we're putting into our bodies. So when you are fasting and abstaining from food, you're actually giving your body a rest. Your digestive system is not stopping, it's just slowing down a bit, and you're giving it a chance to actually heal itself. One thing you can do when you're ill is to stop eating. This will help the body to facilitate the shedding of toxins. And so that's another benefit, physical benefit of fasting, allowing the body a chance to help detox and release the toxins. So those are some of the benefits of the physical benefits of fasting, giving your body a chance to rest, your digestive system a chance to rest, and allowing the body to rid itself of toxins. Um, Many of us know that disease often starts in the colon, they say, and the colon is a very important part of our digestive system, and it needs to be cleansed and kept in healthy working order. And so, taking a break sometime from food is not going to harm you, depending on what your health condition, and it will actually help with cleansing and detoxing. If you've ever been on a fast where you've abstained from food for a number of days, you will notice many, many changes taking place in your body. And sometimes you will feel uneasy, you may feel dizzy or lightheaded, or sometimes even nauseated. And this is because there may be some toxins in the body, and as you are going through the fasting and not putting any food in to your system, your body's actually expelling the toxins, and you'll have what they call a faster's crisis, or a cleansing crisis. I think that's what some people call it in the health holistic health community. And this is your body releasing the toxins and the poisons that are in your system. We all have toxins in our system. It comes from some of the water that we consume, the food that we consume, just the germs and the things that are around us. So there is some degree of toxins in everybody's system, which is why it's so important to detox. But that's another topic. So we go, but just keep that in mind. And so fasting is a great way to abstain from that. So those are some of the physical benefits of fasting. Another one that's an important physical benefit of fasting. If you're ill, it's good to abstain from food for a while. Usually when a person is sick, they lose their appetite. That's how a lot of times people know that there's something wrong, like they don't feel like eating. When a person is sick, they will lose their appetite. They don't feel like they don't have the energy to eat. And those are some of the that's actually the body's way of protecting itself. The digestive system, um, your body won't call for food when you're ill, because it's your immune system is working to fight whatever it is, like if it's a virus or bacteria infection. So you will lose the appetite and the desire for food. So that's another thing that helps to protect our system is and when you are sick, just abstain from food for a while. um, Especially like if you have something like a cold or flu, just drink um, fruit juices, fruit and vegetable juices, drink a lot of water, stay hydrated, drink a lot of fluids. That will help actually flush your system out and to help boost the immune system. So those are some of the physical benefits. Another physical benefit of fasting is weight loss. I've met some people who struggled with weight issues, and they said when they began fasting and abstaining from food for a few days, that would help them with shedding weight and excess waste. So that's another benefit. It's not the only way to lose weight. It's not everybody has to find what works for their body. Some people fasting doesn't work well with them, especially if they have like low blood sugar or high blood sugar, and some other health concerns. So you have to do what's best for your body and just listen to your body, and you know what you need. But that's another benefit. There are a lot of people who fast monthly, like for 3 days a month. or longer. Some people do juice fast monthly. I know several people who, for a few days a month, they only consume fruit and vegetable juice combinations and liquids, like herbal teas, um, water, alkaline water, whatever, and they just drink that for a few days to cleanse and detox their system, and to keep their immune system and their digestive system working well. And that works for a lot of people. So it's like a cleansing fast, if you will. But that works and is just another added benefit that some people take. So those are the physical benefits of fasting. Fasting is also a ancient practice for spiritual facilitating towards enlightenment as well. If you read in the scriptures, biblical scriptures, you will read about Moses fasting, peace be upon him. You'll read about Jesus fasting, peace be upon him. You'll read about um, several other holy people who fasted for a time period to I would say to activate their spiritual powers, because that's what fasting helps you do. It can help you tap into higher realms. It can help you feel more connected to spirit, help you to listen to inner guidance more. So that's another added benefit of fasting, which is why a lot of people undertake that. Also, many people, when they are going through a spiritual crisis or a spiritual journey in their life, or a time where they feel like they're being challenged a lot, they will fast and pray. And the two should be used simultaneously, because it is a spiritual practice if you use it for a spiritual purpose. And it will help to give you more clarity, more guide, more divine guidance, more direction in your life. We have somebody in the chat. Peace and blessings, family. Always appreciate the knowledge. Tune in with the times. Give thanks, beloved Mr. J. I appreciate that comment. So those are some of the spiritual purposes of fasting. Fasting also helps you to develop self-control and self-mastery. This is one of the main reasons Muslims fast during Ramadan, because fasting is seen as a prescription against sin and evil. We're always being tempted. Is things and around us all the time, vices. Some of them are internal. There's things externally that are always tempting you and trying to make your foot slip and go astray. And so fasting is seen as a prescription, meaning as a remedy or a medicine to help you strengthen the willpower and the self-control. The Muslim fast is a fast during daylight hours. You're just fasting from sunup to sundown, in addition to extra prayers and things like that during Ramadan. But the purpose of the fasting, one of the purposes of the fasting is to strengthen your willpower and your self-control. If you can abstain from natural desires, the desire to eat and drink, which is natural and normal, if you can say no to the natural desires and curb that appetite, then it will give you the strength and the willpower to say no to the unnatural, which are things that take you away from divine guidance, things that cause you to do wrongdoing, sinful behavior, different vices. And many of us who have vices, we know that the desire for these things starts within, but with many of the things that people struggle with, or if a person is struggling with bad habits, addictions, things like that, those things are also around you outside tempting you as well. And so if you have developed the level of self-mastery and self-control where you can say no to these things, this will help you to reach a closer relationship with the divine, as well as strengthen your own divine light within. So that's another purpose of fasting. For example, if someone is struggling with the habit of gambling, I've met people who have had gambling addictions, actually. Like, they just will use their all their money, to do things that they know that they don't have the resources for, and they just keep gambling and keep gambling. It's a high, it's a thrill every time they win, but then when they don't, they get upset, and they'll just keep doing it. They'll spend all the baby's milk money and everything just to get, whatever it is, to feed this addiction. And it starts within, but they're tempted by external forces, which is going to, constantly playing, the games, going places around people where they know they're going to be, gambling, going to the casinos all the time, using the last, little bit of money that they had. They didn't pay their rent this month because they owe everybody money because they've been running around back and forth to the casino, those kind of behaviors. So to fast and during any period of time, it helps give you the self-control and the self um, discipline to say no to things that are not good for you and things that are not benefiting you. And fasting should be combined with prayer, because if you read in the scriptures, fasting and prayer usually is done in harmony with each other, because the two complement one another and help you build your spiritual immune system. So that's another reason why people fast. Fasting also gives you mental clarity when you are struggling with some things, and you're having a hard time making a decision, or you're having a hard time with spiritual warfare, or trying to fight your vices or negativity or just spiritual temptation. Fasting and prayer is another a way that you can help get the clarity that you need, the Ramadan Kareem says, the clarity that you need, the the divine guidance. A lot of times we're so distracted by the world and our responsibilities and duties that we do not hear, um, we can't hear, or we're not in tune to the divine messages that are coming to us daily. And so fasting gives you a break from the external world, and it helps you to focus on the internal, where you can connect and hear more easily divine messages for yourself. So this is another benefit for it. It brings you mental clarity. It helps clear your head. A lot of times when we're suffering from brain fog and things like that, that's another thing it gives you, is the benefit of mental clarity. Um, Fasting is also a good way to empathize with other people. That's another benefit of the Ramadan fast, is that you get to feel what it feels like, um, to be hungry and not have food. And with that sensation, it will make you feel more sympathetic towards people who have less, or who are unfortunate and don't have food on a regular basis. And so, um, charitable deeds are another thing that is done during the Ramadan season. And that's something else that is developed in us during the Ramadan fast, is the empathy and the sympathy for another person, or persons who may be suffering from food insecurity or hunger. It gives you a glimpse into what that feels like. And so you'll be more sympathetic, more sharing, more concern for other people's well-being, and share what you have. And many of us do have more than what we need, and we take sometimes we take a lot of things for granted, and we're not as mindful of um, the blessings that we have. And so, with that being said, just keep in mind that even when times seem tough and rough for you, there's always someone somewhere else that is going through worse than you are. And so, just keep that in mind, and check on other people. Make sure that food is that other people have access to food that because you will be surprised. I know I saw a bulletin board when I was driving on the highway one day that this is the face of hunger, and it was just like a person's face. And you can't always tell who's hungry, because sometimes people are in need and they won't ask for it out of embarrassment or shame. And so those kind of stigmas we should really take away. And during this time, use this time. If you're fasting, use that time and energy while you're abstaining from food to help someone else, or prepare meals or something for someone else that is in need. And we all have needy people in our communities. Check on your neighbors, check on your elders, check on people in nursing homes, or people who are less fortunate than you in your own community, as well as people in our larger global community who are facing food insecurity. Some people face food insecurity on a daily basis. That's like a lifestyle for them. Some days they eat, some days they don't. Some days they have an abundance, other days they don't. And so make sure that you are getting involved in your own community and helping those who are less fortunate than yourself. And so that's another added benefit. Many different cultures and spiritual systems implement fasting on certain holy days because of the spiritual and mental benefit. Another benefit is it gives you more time, because so much of our time and so much of our days are spent in the pursuit of food. We get up in the morning, we're searching for or planning breakfast or preparing breakfast or rushing out the door, and then you grab something to eat on your way. The lunch time, the dinner, people, snacks in between. People use a lot of their time in the pursuit of eating or preparing meals. And so when you're fasting, you're taking a break from that, and you're actually getting more time back. So take that time to focus on and your spiritual pursuits or something else, or helping someone else during that time. As a healing practice, I said earlier that fasting actually helps give the body, especially the digestive system, a break and a chance to rest. And that's what during that time, use your energy for something beneficial to yourself. Use that energy to help yourself, help another. Focus on some other things that you need to do for your self-improvement, for your own goals. So I hope this message was helpful. If you have any questions about fasting and the different types of fast, please let me know. Someone just sent me a text asking about um the proper fast, like for health purposes. I can't say that there's any one proper fast. Everybody would have to do what's best for their body, because some people will say a juice fast is not a fast. Some people will say a water fast is not a fast. And I know there's different types of fasts. I mentioned earlier in this live that sometimes people go on a juice fast or water fast, once a month to detox, or to clarify their minds, or to boost their immunity. And so different people, you have to find what works for your body, because some people, the water fast, or the water and lemon or water and lime fast with the maple syrup. They do that monthly, and they have great benefits from it. And then other people, that's just not enough. It's not sustaining them. And then some people do the juice fast, especially the green juice fast, because the green juices are filled with chlorophyll and other live enzymes and vitamins, antioxidants, trace minerals, and that will help to purify the blood as well as help the body to detox. Okay, my beloved sister at Global Green Book asks, what food do you recommend to help with energy? It's several foods and herbs that are give you energy boosts. One of them is maca. Maca is a root, actually, that comes from, I believe, the Andes, and that can be added to your foods or a drink or smoothie to give you energy. Sea moss gel is another food that gives people energy. There's some other herbs that give you a boost of energy that have been used as like caffeine substitutes. One of them is the herb guarana. In fact, I'm gonna put them in the chat. Um, Foods that are high in iron are also beneficial for energy. I would say also foods that are green and foods that have more live foods, not foods that are overly cooked, will give you more nutrients and thus more energy. So foods for energy, we said maca, sea moss gel, guarana. I'm gonna say wheatgrass. You can get wheatgrass powder. Spirulina is another one. What's the other one? Moringa powder, moringa, or you could take moringa leaf tea or moringa powder. Any form of moringa is another great one. And also foods that are iron rich. I hope that was helpful. Any other questions? How is your Ramadan going? I'd like to hear from folks that have started fasting. Also, those family who are fasting for Lent, let me know how that's going. You can comment in the comment section. Let me know what are some things that you do or eat during your fast. If you're fasting, for whichever holiday, I'd like to know. Any other questions? And if not, we are going to end tonight's live. And please remember to continue whatever fast you are taking or undertaking. Make sure that you prepare your body first. Continue to your spiritual practices while you're fasting, the prayers and the meditation. What about supplements? Supplements for energy. The maca is a good supplement. That's an herb. The sea moss gel, the guarana, the wheatgrass. Supplements like B complex vitamins are really good for that. If you feel sluggish and somewhat anemic, you may want to take an iron supplement, particularly with vitamin C. Those two work really well together. Zinc is also a good source of nutrients to give you a boost of energy if you're feeling low in energy. B vitamins. I want to say magnesium as well. Oh, okay. Good info. I'm fasting with high blood pressure, so this is new. Okay. Um, if fasting does not interfere with your blood pressure, you probably would like to do a cleanse as well while you're fasting. Particularly a green juice cleanse, which can help flush the arteries, um, help flush your system so that it's like a natural blood thinner, which will help with lowering the blood pressure. And then another herb that's really good for blood pressure is hibiscus leaf. And you know that well. It's also called sorrel. And that is a wonderful herb, great for a lot of things. But one is it's high in vitamin C and is great for blood pressure issues. And you know, this drink, tea can be drank hot and cold. It's a favorite in my household. We drink it often, a lot, especially as a cold drink, but it can also be drank hot as well. I hope that helps. Make sure with the high blood pressure also that throughout the day you're drinking water with some citrus juice in it, water with lemon or water with lime. You know, you can slice up some limes or lemons and put them in your water and allow that to infuse your water bottle and just sip on it throughout the day. That will also help with keeping the blood pure and flush out toxins that are causing the blood pressure to be like plaque in the arteries and things, and inhibiting the blood pressure. Yes, that's a good idea. Making juice in the morning, and just have that throughout the day. But while you're fasting, that can be part of your morning meal. And then when it's time to break fast, you probably break your fast with that same juice. What will keep me going all day for energy in the morning? Try some of the supplements that I mentioned, especially the maca, the sea moss gel, herbs like guarana, wheatgrass, spirulina, moringa. Trying to think of some others right now. It's not coming so readily to my mind right now, but those things that are nutrient dense, those you can put into your smoothie or your juice that you're going to make in the morning. And you can also put those things, I know you can make like a smoothie bowl or like a acai berry bowl or some kind of bowl like that in the morning, and you can put the spirulina powder in it or the moringa powder, and you can eat that as part of your morning meal. And when it's time to break your fast, also maybe have some of those supplements during that time as well. And that way you're still getting the nutrients that you need, and that should give you that boost of energy. Let me see some more comments. Yes, hibiscus is great. I mean, it's a very powerful herb. Not only is, like I said, not only is it good for blood pressure issues, but it's high in vitamin C. It's very nutrient dense. It's good for your blood. They say it's good for your digestion. In a lot of countries, they drink hibiscus leaf tea or sorrel after meals. Some people drink it hot after meals, and it's really good for your digestion. Attempt a dry fast. That is a good idea. Maybe not while you're fasting for Ramadan, but you can give it a try and see how that goes. A lot of people do that for a few days a month that I know, and they say that it really helps them with maintaining their health and maintaining their weight. Yes, need to get some sea moss. You know where to find it. It's like, no, she know this is one of her relatives. No problem. We'll make sure you get some sea moss. So just hit your sister up. You know where to find me. Make sure, because that's a essential. You know, that's our vitamin. We need to take that daily. Oh yes, baobab powder. That is an excellent source of nutrition. And matter of fact, I'm glad you mentioned it, because I ran out and I haven't taken it for a while. So baobab powder is I know in some places they make a morning drink, and they make a drink out of it with baobab powder and water, and that would be a great drink to start your morning. Or and baobab the powder is high in many nutrients. It's a superfood, is antioxidant rich, is good for your bones. So I would put that in my morning, your morning smoothie or your morning drink that you're going to have, and sip on it throughout the day. Yes, I have used baobab powder. I used to buy it online. It's been a while. Then a friend of mine brought some back from Sudan that I was using, and I ran out. And I know they mix it with water, and I think no sweetener, or some people mix it with juice and drink it. But either way, it's really good. It's nutrient dense, and like I said, it's a superfood and it's antioxidant rich. So please, I may have to get some from you. Mr. J said, at least a gallon of water is mandatory for the sahur. That's the pre-dawn meal, and some dates are really great for morning meals. Yes, I know a lot of people eat dates when they're breaking their fast, because they say dates are high in potassium and they have a lot of nutrients, and that's another superfood. And they give you a lot of energy. So that's something else that you may want to try at Global Green Book, is including dates in your morning meal, or your morning drink and your smoothie. That would be really good to have the dates and the baobab powder, some of the other supplements together, blended in a drink, and have that as your morning meal. A gallon of water is a lot of water, especially to drink in the morning. And I personally know I couldn't drink a whole gallon in the morning. I would it would be overwhelming on my kidneys and my system. But everybody's different. Some people may be able to handle that. But some people, I know, a few sips in the morning, or a glass or two, or some hot drink in the morning is all that they need to get started. Any other questions, any comments from the chat? Share with us, or your questions or your comments, because someone else may have the same questions and comments, and or be thinking the same thing, and so you'll bring that to their attention. All right then. Well, thank you all for joining me this evening. I appreciate your participation, and your questions, your comments, your loving guidance. I appreciate that, and your support each week. I hope all is well, and I hope you continue to have a wonderful week. Many, many, many blessings coming your way, in abundance and good health. Peace and love, everyone.